Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the Feelings-Based Yoga webinar. So this is a free webinar that I'm putting on so that you can get a little taste of what feelings-based yoga actually is and kind of learn a little bit more about this style that I am now teaching. Feelings-based living is all about using emotions in making decisions for your life and taking action. So understanding how you want to feel can help you move towards actions and decisions that align with your soul's path in this lifetime. It can also be something that helps you make decisions that are more aligned with what you actually want. Because oftentimes we get caught up in what other people want for us, or what our parents want for us, or what our peers are doing, or what people are online are doing. And this is all about coming back to your roots and honoring what you want. And your body and your mind and your emotions are things that are going to give you messages that will kind of guide you along this path. So, the first step of feelings based living is actually emotional literacy. So, my second book that I'm writing right now is all about emotional literacy and emotional responsibility. The first step, being emotional literacy, is to start naming your emotions in the moment. So, when you feel angry, you're honest with yourself that, hey, I'm angry right now. Or when you're feeling sad, instead of bypassing that emotion to try and get to happiness or try to get to calm, you actually honor that emotion going on. Because something like sadness or anger, or especially frustration, they're emotions that are telling you what you need to be doing in life or what you don't need to be doing in life. For example, I felt frustrated on and off for years at other people in my life before I started writing book number 2. I knew that I needed to be writing this book, and I started, the emotion started building in my body because I wasn't doing the thing that I knew I needed to do. So, first step is naming your emotions. And now we're going to do feelings based yoga. Feelings based yoga is a way that you can start naming your emotions, which we do at the beginning of every class. And then it's about sitting with those emotions. So after you name the emotions, emotional literacy, the other part of it is kind of discovering why you feel that way. So understanding that emotions are messengers that we can listen to because they provide us with information about what we need in our lifetime. So yoga or feelings-based yoga is all about this somatic practice. So it's really about embodying what is going on within your body. It's about an embodiment practice that's somatic. So not only are we feeling into those emotions, but we're moving them around because emotions are energy in motion. And when we have trapped emotions in the body, things can kind of get stuck, or we can get sick, or we might not be feeling the way we kind of want to be feeling. So this is a way that you can really take that energy. Say you're feeling annoyed today. You can take that annoyance and actually move it so that you can process it and integrate it into your life. This is not to say that at the end of the class, you're not going to feel annoyed. You're just going to understand that emotion better. But hopefully, it does help you move that energy because sometimes yoga can have that ultimate feeling of just calmness after. All right, so as we get ready to practice feelings-based yoga, I want to remind you that if you ever feel uncomfortable following a class, that you can always seek support in your local community from friends, from family, or psychiatric support. Lastly, before we practice, make sure you're wearing comfortable clothing for you, and you can bring a pillow to practice. It's not needed, but it is helpful. So for this specific class, you can actually do it in bed, anywhere where you can lie down fully, because it is a very grounding, low to the ground practice. And this is based off of Hatha Yoga, and it is very calming practice. The other thing I like to mention is that yoga practices often ask you to let go of the day thus far and to only focus on the breath. And within this class, we will be doing some breath work and some focus on the breath, but you're also going to be having time to process your emotions and get downtime from the day. So you'll have time with your mind so you can just sit with whatever is coming up for you. So before we practice, I'm going to ask you to look at a feelings wheel. And you're going to just think about what this wheel brings out of you. So are you feeling peaceful, jealous, remorse, frightened. Just take a moment to name one or a few emotions that you might be feeling right now. When you have those emotions, you're just going to sit on your mat, your knees bent, feet flat on the floor. And I'll come to join you. So you have an option here to either place your pillow behind your head, like you do when you sleep, or you can place it on the small of the back, on the lower back or upper chest to get a heart opening. So coming onto the forearms and lying down. You can relax the arms so your palms are open. Take a deep breath in and exhale, sliding the right foot down to straighten it. Take a deep breath in and exhale, sliding the left foot down and entering your Shavasana. So we're going to take 3 deep breaths together. Inhale and exhale out through your mouth. Inhale and exhale out through your mouth. Last one, inhale in and exhale out. In this position, you're going to relax your weight slowly. You're going to allow the earth to support you. And at any time, you can always return your focus to your breath. If there's any overwhelming feelings that arise, focus your attention on your feet and imagine roots growing out of them into the earth. I'm going to give you a few minutes here to allow whatever emotion that you just named to come through you. Allow the messages that the emotion has to arise, and without judgment, and just listen. And even if judgment comes up, that's okay. Just taking a few minutes here with whatever messages have to come up from your emotions. Slowly start to return your attention back to the breath. Starting to move the fingers and then the toes. And whenever you're ready, opening the eyes and taking a moment to remove the pillow from under your back and placing it to the side. And feeling the earth now supporting your head, your shoulders, your back, your glutes, and your thighs, and the calves, and the ankles and feet. Inhale deeply and exhale fully. Slowly starting to engage the lower body. You're going to inhale, lifting your right foot and your right knee up. Let your knee is bent, foot flat on the floor. And on your next exhale, bringing that knee into your chest. Always an option here to bend the left knee, having that left foot on the floor. And it's up to you here if you want to find stillness, or if you want to start rotating that right ankle in a circular motion. And if you're rotating, reverse the circle. Remembering to breathe. And then everyone coming to stillness. And breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in, moving your hands from your shin. And exhale, kicking that foot up towards the ceiling. Feel free to keep your knees bent. And just feeling that hamstring stretch. You have the option here to wrap your hands around your thigh, or you can keep them at your sides. And breathing deeply. Inhale, point the toes, and exhale, flex the foot. Let your toes point towards your face. Inhale, point, and exhale, flex. One more time, inhale, point, and exhale, flex. Inhale, and exhale, bringing that knee back into your chest, grabbing onto your shin. Inhale, releasing the hands, and exhale, bringing that foot back down to the earth. Option here to extend your right foot out long. Inhale, bringing the left knee in towards your chest, grabbing onto the shin or onto the thigh. Inhale and exhale fully. You have an option here to find stillness or to begin rotating the ankle in one direction, moving with the breath. And reverse the circle. And coming to stillness, inhale and exhale, removing the hands. You're going to kick that foot up towards the ceiling through your hamstring stretch, bending the knee as much as needed. Remembering to relax your shoulders and breathe deeply. Inhale in and exhale out. Inhale, pointing the toes towards the ceiling, and exhale, flexing the foot. Inhale, point, and exhale, flex. Inhale, point, and exhale, flex. Inhale here, and exhale, bringing that knee back to the chest, giving it one last hug. Inhale fully, and then exhale, bring that foot back down to meet your left and right foot. Inhale in, and exhale deeply. Turning on to the left side, you can shift your hips, bringing your knees into your chest, coming into a fetal position on your side. Just taking a moment here to breathe. Tuning into those feelings that arose at the beginning of the class. Checking in with the body and the mind here. How are you feeling? And do you feel any differently? Have those emotions changed? And using your right hand, you're going to press up and come to a seated position. So you can come to cross leg or with your feet out beside you. If you are a yoga practitioner and you want to come into a hero pose or any seated pose that is comfortable for you, you can even take your pillow, sit on it to prop your hips up, And as I said, if you're in bed, you can come to sit at the edge or come to a cross-legged position in bed. So to end our practice here, we're going to take a few minutes to sit with those initial feelings and allow what needs to come through you to come and flow. So you could place your hands on your knees, palms up, or you can place your hands on your heart or one hand on your belly. Whatever your choice is, come to stillness. And if stillness isn't an option today, you can slowly start swaying side to side, just allowing your body to find some motion. Releasing any breath patterns and just tuning into what your feelings have to tell you. Emotions are messengers. And as I like to say, they're messengers from the soul. They have information to share with us about what we want and what we need and what we desire in life. And sometimes, in order to get to those needs and desires, we actually have to become aware of what we don't want. So, taking time and taking a few moments here before we close our practice to have some you time. Slowly start to bring your pinky finger to your thumb. And then your thumb to your ring finger. And your middle finger to your thumb. And then your index finger to thumb. And relaxing the hands and shoulders. If your eyes are closed, you can bat them open. And bringing your right hand to your chest, followed by your left. And taking a deep breath in. And sigh it out through your mouth. Imagining that there are roots from your feet connecting you to this earth, and that your body can always find grounding and support from the floor beneath you. I want to thank you for coming and practicing with me for this feelings-based yoga webinar and trying out my style. I am really grateful for you. And today I was feeling shame about my body and about where my thoughts are going and about my fears. And after practicing, like usual, I feel as if that emotion has changed and shifted. And even though it is still within me, it has a place to feel safe. And I hope that makes sense to you. And just so you know, your feelings always have a place to feel safe within you. And it is up to us, and it is up to you, to continue to cultivate spaces to feel in. Not just safe spaces, but just to feel in. Because we won't always necessarily feel safe, but that's okay. Because we can always come back and root ourselves and come back to a relationship to ourselves. So bringing your hands to prayer at the heart, and then hands to third eye, and bowing. Thank you for being here. Namaste. So thank you for watching this webinar, and I am really glad that you're here. If you want to share how you're feeling, feel free to send me a DM on Instagram at Amira Sookram, or leave a comment on YouTube. I just want to say that I'm really glad you're here. And if this feelings-based webinar was something that you need, and if a place to feel safe in or to feel in is something that you need, then I highly recommend coming to a class sometime. It's online and through Zoom, so you can show up at the comfort of your home. All you need is a mat or a place to practice, and ideally a pillow too, but it's not necessary. So throughout the feelings-based yoga classes, we do a kind of style like this, except for it's an hour long. So after we sit, we usually do some movement in a seated position, and then we either keep our practice low to the ground, depending on the moon cycles and where we're at, or we stand and we start to actually move our bodies and get into our auras and kind of ground ourselves, but also release energy through movement. So if this is something that you really liked, then I have a gift for you. You can use first 20, all capitals first, and then the numbers 20 for 20% off your first class or classes. So if you want to book a bunch, you can get discounts on many classes. The link is in the caption of this video. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you for watching. And if this was something that was helpful, please subscribe, give it a like, and share it with a friend, or share it with somebody who might need this. I'm really grateful for you. And as always, you can follow me on Instagram at Amira Sookram to learn more about feelings-based living. I talk all about emotional literacy and just have some flow notes and cool ideas for you. You can also subscribe to my email list to get notified on if there's any more discounts going on, or just to get monthly newsletters about what I'm flowing through and nice flow messages. And there's also seasonal messages there. So thank you for being here. I have so much love for you, and I'm so grateful for you. Bye.